They're off. On the run to the first of 14 fences, Adamantly Chosen and Midnight Run, closely followed by Upping the Ante, Call Me Lyrene, Visionarian on the inside. Adamantly Chosen bulldozed through that first fence, but got to the other side. That was a howler. Midnight Run turns in, leading Upping the Ante, Adamantly Chosen, Visionarian, Call Me Lyrene, and Ferdia dropped in last of the sextet. Eyeing up the second fence, Midnight Run on the left, from Upping the Ante in the center. Much better jump, Adamantly Chosen, and then Visionarian, Call Me Lyrene, and in between horses at the back of the field, Ferdia. Fence number 3, and the Buck House Novice Chase. And it's Upping the Ante, landing just in the lead from Adamantly Chosen. On the inside is Midnight Run, followed by Visionarian with the final couple, Ferdia and Call Me Lyrene. 1 circuit to go, 11 fences left to jump. Upping the Ante, Rachel Blackmore, just with the edge from Adamantly Chosen and Danny Mullins. And then Midnight Run, Brian Cooper, laying off the first couple. And then Visionarian and Sam Ewing. Call Me Lyrene, Jack Kennedy with the back mark of Ferdia, and Sean O'Keefe. Uphill to the next. Adamantly Chosen, edges just in front of Upping the Ante, followed by Midnight Run, Visionarian. 2 from 2 over fences, with the final couple, Call Me Lyrene and Ferdia. Heading downhill to the next couple of fences, just outside the halfway stage. Adamantly Chosen, followed by Upping the Ante, tracked by Midnight Run. Call Me Lyrene has made improvement on the outside of Visionarian. Then Ferdia, downhill to the next 2 fences. Little between Adamantly Chosen and Upping the Ante, followed by Visionarian, Midnight Run, Call Me Lyrene and Ferdia. Quickly they go to the next. Adamantly Chosen, Upping the Ante. As they jump the first of 2 ditches, then Visionarian, sketchy on the inside, Midnight Run, then Call Me Lyrene and Ferdia, although the back marker very much in touch. Just over 5 lengths covering the sextet. Down the far side they go. They've passed halfway. 7 fences left to jump. Adamantly Chosen over from Visionarian, who's moved off in pursuit within a couple of lengths of the favourite, and then Upping the Ante. Call Me Lyrene, Midnight Run is now 1 from last. Ferdia at the back marker. Middle fence in this line, 6 from the finish, where Upping the Ante took a fall. Adamantly Chosen by 2.5 to 3 lengths from Visionarian, then Midnight Run, Call Me Lyrene and Ferdia. Their final ditch, 5 fences out, and they're spaced out. Rachel Blackmore has walked away from her fall, with 5 furlongs to go and 4 fences left to jump. Adamantly Chosen, who gave us a fright at that first fence, leads Visionarian, Call Me Lyrene, Midnight Run, and Ferdia, tightening up a fraction with 4 fences left to jump. And the graded Buck House Novice Chase, Adamantly Chosen the leader from Visionarian, Call Me Lyrene, these 3 covered by 2.5 lengths. Moving on from Midnight Run and Ferdia. They're back at their point of departure, 3 fences left to go. Adamantly Chosen and Danny Mullins in front from Call Me Lyrene, Jack Kennedy moving off in pursuit, then Visionarian and Sam Ewing. In touch is Midnight Run, Brian Cooper. These 4 break away from Ferdia and Sean O'Keefe. Adamantly Chosen swings in with 2 fences left to jump, followed by Call Me Lyrene, Visionarian. Not out of it is Midnight Run. These 4 covered by 3 lengths. Out in front of Ferdia, 2 to jump. Adamantly Chosen from in the center, Call Me Lyrene, the stand side, Midnight Run. A bad mistake by Call Me Lyrene. Visionarian is next. In between the final 2 fences, and it's Adamantly Chosen in front. From Visionarian and Midnight Run, Ferdia, Call Me Lyrene's dropped back to last. The final fence, Adamantly Chosen over from Midnight Run and Visionarian, both trying desperately hard. But it's Adamantly Chosen who's set to double up over fences, and the Buck House Novice. Second will go to Visionarian, Midnight Run, and third.
Willie Mullins joins us now after Adamantly Chosen ran out a good winner of the Grade 3 Buck House Novice Chase. Willie, it'd be nice to think he would turn into another Buck House, but he's done pretty much everything right today after that first fence error, I think, didn't he?
He did. I mean, that was a surprise. I didn't expect that because he's such a good jumper at home. But then he showed what a good jumper he is after that, and he winged fences down the back. And when horses were getting near him, he just put them under a little bit of pressure with his jumping, and he just kept jumping well from there home.
What was your feeling coming away from Listowel? He jumped out to his right at a few that day. Did you feel there was a bit of room for improvement?
Yes, but we thought then coming here to Punchestown that right-handed track would be better, so we'll probably look for more right-handed tracks for him.
Danny came in for the ride today, and I'm sure he was quite taken with the horse. What was his verdict afterwards?
He was very pleased with him, except for the first fence thing. He just said he'd no trouble going further. So
what's in your mind for him now, Willie? I mean, will he keep on the go?
Oh, yeah. We'll have to have a look at the Drinmore, I think. That's about 6 weeks away. And so that fits perfectly, I think. Right-handed around 2.5 miles around Fairyhouse.
And you were telling me there, the owners, he runs in the syndicate name, but some of the owners have been with you quite a long time, haven't they?
Martin Lydon, yeah, I think Adamant Approach was one of the first horses he had with us. And God, that's a while ago. And Kelesprit and a few more, just a lucky owner, and I think this is sort of family horse that all his sons and wives and cousins and whatever, so it's a great family occasion when they win.
He's clearly a pretty smart horse, this guy. Do you think he can continue to hold his own when some of your other good novices start to come out?
He might be a bit held when the ground gets heavier. The family would probably be nicer ground, but we've got nice ground at Leopardstown at Christmas and Dublin Racing Festival, and then the spring meeting. So that's my one worry about him. But we came away from here last April thinking he'd win the Galway Hurdle, and he disappointed there. Look, we thought he could be a smart 2-mile hurdler, but after Galway we said let's go jumping and maybe go out and trip with him. That he seems to have more stamina than we'd given him credit for.
And Danny, as I say, proving an able deputy for Paul Town. And is Paul just taking a bit of time to try and get himself right for when a lot of these good horses do start to come out?
I think so. I said to him, don't come back too soon. And he's on a bit of a break now. So he's not in any rush back. There's all the winter horses there. So he'll be back, I suppose, when he sees that he's right, And I just said, make sure you're right before you come back. Don't have another little niggle going, we're getting into the thick end of the season now.
We look at the usual Mullins timetable then. We had one runner yesterday, one runner today, both won, of course. Is it probably looking at maybe the Morgiana fixture before you get rolling?
That's what we were just chatting this morning about, what we're going to aim for that. And, that meeting here is usually where we sort of kick off, yeah.
And I presume you'll be stepping some of them up in their work in the run-up to that, Willie. Any negatives to report? Hopefully all the big guns are 100% sound, are they?
Fingers crossed, everything seems to be right. But it's the next 4 weeks now is when we start pressing buttons, and something is going to go wrong. You know that yourself. But at the moment, we're very, very happy with the way everything is going, and I'd say there might even be a little more forward than other years.
I'm not going to go through them all, rest assured. But one horse I did just want to ask about was Galloping des Champs. How's he done over the summer, and have you picked out anything for starting him off?
He's done very well. No, haven't even thought about that. He had one little bit of a hiccup there about 3 weeks ago, so he missed a week, but he's back on song now again. And have to see where we'll go with him, whether we go at Christmas or whether we avoid Christmas. But I haven't really thought haven't thought about any of that. We'll wait until we do 1 or 2 bits of work and then take aim at something.
Lovely stuff. Well, look forward to when the time comes, Willie. In the meantime, well done again today. Thanks for joining us.
Well done.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Thanks, Willie.